instead of just following what everybody else does and implementing the typical customer lifecycle, let's talk about what the perfect customer lifecycle could do in your business. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to attack each of these 3 holes in the bucket one by one and show you how the perfect customer lifecycle will help you to eliminate those holes. Okay? So, the perfect customer lifecycle from a high level is a framework for thinking about your marketing, and it includes 7 different phases. We'll talk about each one right now. The first phase is attracting traffic. We'll do online advertising, maybe through Google AdWords or search engine optimization. We'll have word of mouth going on with our customers. Maybe we'll do some offline marketing. Whatever the sources of traffic that you pick will create interest in our company. Well, instead of following the pattern that most businesses do, where they have a website and they have most of the traffic going to it and leaving, and the only people that they capture are the people who buy, we're going to forget that idea, and we're going to intentionally and systematically capture leads. Well, how do we do that? It's very simple. We create a magnet. A magnet is a tool. It's something that is very valuable to your prospects. It could be informational. There's lots of different things, and we can teach you how to create these magnets. But a magnet is something that is interesting enough to them that in order to get it, they're going to give you their information so that we can follow up with them, and they're going to give you permission to follow up. Okay? Now, I want you to imagine, if you had on your website, for example, let's say you have a web form offering this valuable magnet, and the people right now that are coming and just leaving because they have no interest in staying, because they're not ready to buy, what would happen if you could take 30 or 40% of those people and capture them into your database? So now you have their information and you can follow up. What would that be worth in your company? Okay, so we've captured the leads. Now we move on to into the sales process. And let's talk about attacking this lost lead problem. Remember, we have leads, the leads that are not hot today, the ones that are just either cold or warm that we're labeling as bad leads, need to be saved. Okay, so let's get rid of this. How do we do that? Well, there's 2 different ways of nurturing that we're going to do for our prospects. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is something like this. Somebody fills out a form on our site, we've captured them. We're going to begin to follow up now with them. We're going to send them emails or direct mail pieces, different types of follow-up that we'll use to nurture the relationship. Okay? Those who are interested enough to buy will move on into our conversion process. Those who are not, we actually have a place for them, and it's not the trash can. We're going to actually put them into a long-term nurture campaign. Well, what is that? Well, that's a slightly less aggressive, maybe a monthly touch, where we're delivering valuable information to that prospect, and we're just staying in touch so that when the person is ready to buy, we're the ones that they're thinking about, not one of our competitors. Okay? So there's short-term nurturing and education that we'll do that'll take us from our contacts of 1 or 2 contacts through to the 7 that we need. There's also a recognition that we have long-term follow-up that might need to take place. Okay, now we've got a hot prospect that's ready to be closed. We'll put them into our sales process. Now again, you might have in your business, you might have a shopping cart because maybe you're selling online, and that's the way that you're going to send people to actually purchase online, and your website does the selling for you. Or you might actually have a sales team, and you have sales reps that you're going to align these leads out to. Whatever the case, you have your system of selling that will convert the person into a paying customer. Okay, now let's talk about post-sale. Here, this is the challenging part because it's so easy for the finish line to be right here. We've closed the sale, and then we rush back here to the front of the funnel, and we start doing all the hard work to get a new customer in. Well, it is tremendously less expensive for us to use our existing customers to get upsells, to get referrals, repeat sales, than it is to go back to the beginning. So let's talk about how we can eliminate this customer waste. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to absolutely make sure that we are wowing our customers when they buy. So in addition to you delivering your service and having a satisfactory experience, we are going to wow our customers by putting in place a very simple, it can be very simple to start, wowing customer welcome campaign. This is a campaign that new customers will receive that gives them helpful information, follows up on the service you provided, and just in general, we love on them a little bit. And it is amazing how easy it is right now in today's world to do small things that will have a great benefit, because most people don't get loved on by the vendors that they buy from. Okay, and then the next 2 things is we're going to have intentional programs in place to make sure that we're upselling customers that have already purchased one time, and we're going to take that one-time purchase and maybe get them to buy more frequently, We may get them to buy higher end items. We may cross-sell additional items. But we're going to find different ways to turn that one-time customer into a repeat. And we'll have specific offers. We'll offer one thing, and if somebody bought product A, and somebody else bought product B, we might be offering them different upsell offerings that relate to what they bought initially. And then finally, we're going to be intentional about getting referrals. We're going to ask our customers for referrals. And one of the ways to do that is, for example, in this email, we might ask the customer whether we did a good job. Did we serve you well? And if we did, that might be a great time to trigger a referral request. And you just ask the person for the referral. So again, as you look at this and you compare this with a typical customer life cycle, the perfect customer life cycle is the way of the future. The new breed of entrepreneurs that understand marketing automation and they understand the new way to market get that this is the way to go, not to follow the masses and what everybody else is doing.